I'm here to tell you the reason why Christians should not marry an unbelievers. And do not be shy. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed, and also thumbs up the bell that anytime I upload you will be the first to hear it. And the reason why I bring out this is because of what is going on in the world. The way Christians are backsliding, the way Christians are practicing what Christianism, meaning Christianity in the world. I come to realize that every foundation of problem there is something backing up, meaning that every problem we face today there's something that generates the problem. That is the reason why I bring out this topic, why Christians should not marry unbelievers. Some people will say if you marry him or her, you can convert him to become a Christian or you change him. But remember, if you cannot change them, they will do what? They will change you. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 39 make us to understand. It says, do not be equally yoked with them. The reason why you should not marry an unbelievers is because you are not allowed, so that you will not be equally yoked with them, so that you will not participate the same table with them, so that you will not eat the same table with them. Jesus make us to understand the word. He speak about these things. Even the apostles, they narrate much about this word, this marrying of what? And unbelievers. The same book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14, he said marrying when you read that place, you will understand that marrying an unbelievers will bring another word, another worship into your word, into your home. Look at what happened in the life of Solomon. I have many places to let you understand what it will cost. The book of Malachi, chapter 2, 10 to 12, Ezra 9, 10, Malachi 2, 13 to 16, 1 Peter 6, 1 Peter 1, 16, Leviticus 19, 2, Leviticus 26, 11 to 12. He said, God, that we are his people, and he will dwell among us, marrying those who worship foreign gods like Jews has defied themselves as God dwell in us. What does that mean is that we marrying the foreigners, we marrying those who do not participate or do not dwell in religion with us. We do what? We make us to defy the temple of the Holy Ghost. Meaning that when you marry a foreigner that does not know or who do not associate or worship the same God with you, we do what? We defy your temple. Sometimes we said God knows the reason why he gave us the foreigners to marry. But look at the life of Samson. The mother of Samson, they named him a strong man who was anointed right from the womb. Meaning that Samson was so powerful, God have already anointed him. God have already do something that Samson will be great. But it got to pass that when Samson, they gave Samson a lady to marry from his country, from his religion. But Samson traveled to another place. When he come back, the woman have been given to somebody, another man. But it come to pass that Samson decide to go and marry his enemy, which lead to his death. That's what I said, that if you cannot change them, they do what? They change you. It reduced the grace of Samson. It reduced the audacity, the power that God have deposited into Samson. The reason why we Christians are not allowed to marry foreigners is because it will change and defy the temple of the Holy Ghost in you. We should know this. Why? Because it is very, very difficult for you to change someone that is have not been brought out and that have not known Christ. Number 25 verse 9 make us to understand. He said, while Israel were staying in what? In Shittim, the men began to do what? To indulge themselves in what? Immorality with what? Meaning that they start to indulge themselves in immorality with what? With the foreign women. Doing all sorts of things, worshiping their gods. Why? Because they have already associated with themselves, marrying the foreign gods. And because of that, the wrath of God fall upon Israel. That is the consequences. The wrath of God fall upon Israel because they marry the foreigners. They marry those whom they ought not to marry. They associate with people who they do not allow to associate with. 2, so that you will not forget your God. You know, when you marry someone that you ought not to marry, you forget whom your God is. You cannot pray the way you pray. That's why when you marry a Christian, there are many benefits. Your children will grow out to know what it takes to know God. The Bible makes us to understand the book of Ephesians. It said, train up a child in the way it should grow. When it is old, it will not depart from it. But when you marry a foreigner, it will be another topic. It will become what? You are training them in the way of God, and the other one is training them in the way of gods. You know that it will be like what? Caricature. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 12 to 16 make us to understand how Paul explained, how the apostles explain what? This marrying of what? The foreigners, marrying of what? Unbelievers. That it is very bad for Christian to marry someone that is not what? A Christian. He makes us the same place. He makes us understand that when your wife or your husband is dead, you are allowed to marry. But only one condition he gives us. He said you are allowed to marry only in the Lord. That is to tell you that as a Christian, it's not good for you to marry unbelievers. It's not good for you to even think of having a date with them. Run from them. Do not be equally yoked, because if you cannot change them, they will change you automatically. I wonder why people think that they can change unbelievers. It is very difficult. It is what? Very, very difficult. The Bible makes us to understand how the wicked Jezebel changed the life of what? Ahab. Look at what happened to David. Look at what happened to many great men. Saul. Meaning that we are not allowed to do what? To marry unbelievers. Not even to date them. Not even to bring out the idea that we love to associate, to do or to marry them. There are many Christians. Sometimes people said some Christians, they don't have respect, they don't have this. I know they don't have respect, but it's quite different from you marrying an unbelievers. It's quite different for you marrying from those who do not know God. Why? Because the foundation of your Christian will do what? Will be shake. It will have shake in your Christianity ways. This is all I have for you, brothers and sisters, in the Lord. Do not think that it is by strength nor by power shall no man do what? Prevail. It is by the grace of God. Train up your children in the way of Christ. That's why the world today is turning around. People can do whatsoever they want to do or to get something. Why? Because the fear of God is not in them. Some people can even kill their parents, their mothers, just to make money, to be rich. Why? Because the fear of Christ is not in them. But we have somewhere where we are heading to, which is called what? The paradise. This is all I have for you. Do not allow your children to associate or to marry an unbelievers. Train them in the ways of Christ, so that when they become old, they will eat the fruit of being what? A Christian. This is all I have for you. May God bless you. And may God let you not to cry at I know. And may God lead you to the right person to marry. Because marrying a wrong person is like digging a pit before your time. May God bless you. And try to share this so that we can save our fellow Christian members in the Lord. You are blessed.